I had a seemingly normal roommate for the first few months after moving into a new apartment. We would chat casually, share a few laughs, and go about our daily routines without any major issues. However, things took a strange turn one day, and I found myself in the middle of a bizarre and unsettling situation. It all began when my roommate started exhibiting odd behavior. They would disappear for days on end without any explanation, only to return as if nothing had happened. It was as if they had completely blanked out and had no recollection of where they had been or what they had done during their absence. Curiosity turned into concern as I noticed other peculiarities. Late at night, I would hear strange noises emanating from their room. It was a mix of whispers, muffled sounds, and occasional shuffling. It was eerie, and I couldn't help but wonder what they were up to behind that closed door. I tried to bring up the topic with my roommate, hoping to gain some clarity and put my mind at ease. But every time I approached the subject, they brushed it off with a nonchalant smile and changed the topic. It was as if they were intentionally avoiding any discussion about their odd behavior. My anxiety grew with each passing day. I started questioning their trustworthiness and wondered if they had something to hide. Was there something sinister happening behind those closed doors? I couldn't help but let my imagination run wild. One sleepless night, curiosity got the better of me. Unable to bear the mystery any longer, I decided to investigate. I tiptoed towards their room, my heart pounding in my chest. As I reached their door, I heard hushed voices and shuffled closer to eavesdrop. The conversation was indecipherable, as if in another language or a mere gibberish. It sent chills down my spine. Determined to uncover the truth, I mustered the courage to confront my roommate directly. I waited for them to return from their next disappearance. When they finally walked through the door, their expression blank, I knew it was now or never. I sat them down and poured out my concerns, explaining how their behavior had been unsettling and distressing. I asked them to be honest with me, to shed light on what was happening. But once again they met my concerns with a hollow gaze and claimed ignorance. It was as if they were genuinely unaware of their strange actions. Frustration and fear washed over me. How could I continue living in this constant state of unease and uncertainty? I knew I had to make a decision for my own well-being. It was clear that our living situation had become untenable. In the end, I chose to move out. The constant fear and confusion had taken a toll on my mental and emotional health. I couldn't bear to be in an environment where I couldn't trust or understand my roommate's actions. To this day, I still wonder what was truly going on with my mysterious roommate. Whether it was a medical condition or something more sinister, I may never know. But one thing is for certain. Story 2. I had moved into a new apartment with a group of friends, excited to embark on this new chapter of our lives. Little did we know that our excitement would soon turn into terror, thanks to the chilling presence that lurked in the basement. I was assigned the basement bedroom, and at first, I didn't think much of it. However, it didn't take long for strange events to unfold. Late at night, when the rest of the house was asleep, I would hear faint footsteps echoing from the pitch-black basement. Whispers, barely audible, would float through the air, causing a shiver to run down my spine. As the days went by, the occurrences became more frequent and unsettling. Objects would mysteriously move from their original places, ending up in strange and inexplicable locations. It was as if an unseen force was toying with our belongings, playing a sinister game with us. The unease escalated further when I started catching glimpses of shadowy figures out of the corner of my eye. Whenever I turned to look directly, they would vanish into thin air, leaving me with a deep sense of dread and an unsettling feeling of being constantly watched. The basement itself was a foreboding place. Its darkness seemed to have a life of its own, thick and suffocating. I would avoid going down there as much as possible, feeling a tangible malevolence emanating from its depths. I shared my experiences with my roommates, hoping they could shed some light on what was happening. To my surprise, they had also been experiencing strange phenomena throughout the apartment. We gathered together, seeking solace in each other's presence. But our fears only grew stronger as we realized we were all entangled in this nightmarish web. Desperate for answers, we researched the history of the apartment, but found no records of tragic events or malevolent spirits. The basement remained an enigma, and the unnerving occurrences continued to haunt us. With each passing night, the fear became unbearable. Sleep eluded us, and our once joyful home had turned into a place of constant tension and anxiety. We reached our breaking point, collectively deciding that we could no longer endure the sinister presence that permeated the basement. We approached our landlord, sharing our experiences and the overwhelming dread that had overtaken us. To our surprise, the landlord's face paled, and they admitted that they had also heard strange noises and received similar reports from previous tenants. They warned us to stay away from the basement and promptly hired paranormal investigators to explore the mysteries that lay within. Although we never learned the true nature of the malevolent force that resided in the basement, we knew it was time to break free from its grip. We requested a room change, leaving the basement behind, hoping to leave the chilling memories and unexplained occurrences in the past. To this day, the sinister basement remains a haunting mystery, a chapter of our lives that we recount with a shiver. It serves as a constant reminder that not all darkness can be explained, and sometimes, the scariest things are the ones we can't fully comprehend. I had been living with my roommate for quite some time when I stumbled upon something that would unravel a chilling secret they had been hiding. It all started when I accidentally discovered a hidden room in our apartment. Curiosity got the best of me, and I couldn't resist the urge to explore further. I carefully picked the lock and opened the door, revealing a sight that sent a chill down my spine. The room was adorned with unsettling symbols, handwritten notes filled with cryptic messages, and what appeared to be a makeshift altar. Shock and confusion overwhelmed me as I tried to process the eerie scene before me. What could this room possibly be for? And why had my roommate kept it hidden from me? I confronted my roommate about the discovery, my voice trembling with unease. Their reaction was unexpected, defensive and evasive, as if they were trying to avoid the subject altogether. They dismissed my concerns with a forced smile, insisting that it was nothing more than a personal space for creative endeavors. But the strange symbols and the cryptic notes told a different story. I couldn't shake off the feeling that there was something much darker lurking beneath the surface. I couldn't ignore the sense of danger that gripped my heart. Fueled by a mix of fear and curiosity, I began digging deeper into my roommate's past. I searched online, scoured public records, and even reached out to mutual acquaintances, desperate to uncover any clues that would explain the disturbing secret I had stumbled upon. As I delved into their background, a shocking revelation emerged. It turned out that my roommate had a history tied to occult practices and had been involved in rituals that blurred the line between the supernatural and the real world. The pieces of the puzzle started falling into place, painting a picture of a disturbing and hidden side to my roommate's life. Feeling a growing sense of unease and concern for my safety, I confided in a trusted friend about my findings. Together, we decided to report the discovery to the authorities, fearing that my roommate's past involvement in occult practices might pose a threat not only to me, but to others as well. The investigation that followed revealed a web of criminal activities and sinister connections. My roommate's unsettling secret went beyond mere eccentricity. It was a dangerous and deeply disturbing involvement in a world I never could have imagined.